They moved forward to the beat of drums, and the two bristling walls came slowly, almost hesitantly, together. Shouts and demands of help and encouragement rang along the lines of each. "Keep the line!" and "Hold strong!" "Be ready for the bastards!" Spears, swords, and axes were banged against shields, horns moaned, and the whirring sounds of hundreds of slings being twirled filled the air like swarms of angry bees until the walls moved quickly over the final 2 paces to meet with an explosive boom that sent a shock through the frigid winter air. Thousands of voices screamed in anger and determination as the 2 sides heaved and pushed against each other, cursing and insulting those just a short distance away behind the layers of shields. Time passed as the walls matched each other in strength, straining and shoving. Cries rang out from both sides as a crack was detected in the other's wall, and a spear or sword was forced through to wound or kill. In a few places, the contest of strength was outmatched, and, with little warning, the wall broke, and a flurry of fierce fighting would erupt. It was quick and bloody, but was soon over, as the wall on either side became whole once again. Amongst the shouting, screaming, and roaring, a sharp horn blast sounded to those who were waiting to hear it. It sent a new order down the line of the king's warriors to ease! Ease! As one, the heaving, sweating warriors within the wall took a single step backwards, which to the individual pockets of Konovi warriors gave the appearance that they were beginning to push the invaders back into the forest, and their voices raised even higher. "Kill them all! Push! Push! Kill! Kill! Kill!" Another and then another step was won, and the excitement of the Konovi became ecstatic. Wiser older voices with their ranks called for caution, to hold the wall and stand fast. But the Konovi warriors, less accustomed to the ways of battle, their tribal lands being so far from the Saxon borders, already felt they were winning, and so their wall of shields began to dismantle, so that the warriors could hack and pull at the enemy shields across from them. As this happened, the lower half of the invaders' wall slipped open, to allow spears and swords to flash out, cutting and wounding the now exposed legs of the Konovi, until it was their lines that were faltering, and the order being bellowed along the invaders' line was to advance, all the while keeping their walls solid and impenetrable, practiced and perfected so many times against the Saxons, taught to them so long ago by Ambrosius and his Roman-trained warriors. The Konovi were in disarray. Their leaders ran along the line, calling for the shield wall to reform, but there was little chance of respite from the steady advance of the better seasoned warriors within the attackers' ranks. The Konovi turned and retreated up the first of their mud banks, quickly followed by Sir Ector, as he led his men up the earthen embankment, and then managed to continue on, chasing the fleeing Konovi. They pushed them on, and then from the second earth bank as well, before they were able to reform, until the third bank, where the invaders were met by a solid wall of defence once more. "Shield wall! Shield wall!" The two groups gazed at each other across the short divide while stones, spears and arrows rained down upon both. Sir Ector stood panting, his chest heaving at the effort of the battle, and laughed. "We have done well. We have won 2 of their lines of defence with few losses to our side." He looked across at the Konovi wall that had formed up on the opposite bank, just some 30 paces away, then raised his shield, deflecting a slinger's stone that hit with a solid thwack. "We have taught them a lesson in battle, and we will not gain the third embankment so easily, but nor will we lose this, our new line." He turned to the warrior next to him. "Keep the line. Rest any that need it in the front ranks and move the wounded back. We move forward and will attack again shortly. If Uther were here, he would be satisfied."